Guys, this is Mr. Josh CJ, and welcome to driver ratings and team ratings in the Mexican Grand Prix. Now, apologies, I'm a bit late doing this today. I had a lot going on at my grandparents' house. I was going to do this as soon as I got back from football club, but ended up getting absolutely soaked, so needed to get in the bath to warm up. But anyway, we're on track now. Right, let's start off with my team, Ferrari, shall we? Which was an absolute disaster weekend. And Charles Leclerc, 0. I mean, I'm afraid it's got to be 0. He crashed the car in FP2. And then, obviously, nowhere in the race. Poor pace. Yeah, very poor weekend for my team, Ferrari. Carlos Sainz, 5. I thought he did okay, but just nowhere. Ferrari, absolutely nowhere in this weekend. Max, 10. I mean, you may well as well put it on repeat. Paul wins the race, dominates the race. What more can be said, really? Sergio Perez, 9. I mean, P4 in qualifying, and then P3 in the race. Yeah, I thought Checo did good this weekend. Lewis Hamilton, 8. Yes, I gave Lewis Hamilton an 8. P3 in qualifying, P2 in the race. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to win the race because the Red Bull was so fast. Really good job by Hamilton. George Russell, 8. I mean, Mercedes, they simply put on the wrong tyres, didn't they? They gambled on the hards, but yeah, it didn't work out. Yeah, so 8 for George Russell. Lando Norris, 8. Yes, I give Lando Norris an 8. I thought he did quite well. Again, very consistent. I mean, P8 in quali, P8 in the race. So consistent. He really is. Daniel Ricciardo, 9. Yes, I give Daniel Ricciardo a 9. Even though he made contact with 1-for-1 and took 1-for-1 out of the race. Qualifying, he just missed out on Q3, but in the race put on the soft tyres and he's absolutely flying with Daniel Ricciardo. Wow, where have you been all season, Daniel Ricciardo? That was so good to see. The Daniel Ricciardo hold, honestly. Fernando Alonso, 7. Yes, I give Fernando Alonso 7. He was doing quite well in the race until his engine went bang. The reliability on the Renault power units is absolutely shocking. It really is. And I can't wait until he's driving for Aston Martin next year under Mercedes power. Because me being a Fernando Alonso fan, that was painful to see him pull up to side of the track. But I guess you can say it's kind of karma, isn't it? Because the stuff he's been saying about Lewis Hamilton, savage comments. But yeah, I did feel bad for Alonso. I really did. Esteban Ocon, 8. Yes, I can Ocon an 8. In the points, very consistent Esteban Ocon recently. Pierre Gasly, 2. I mean, yeah, just not a great weekend at all, really. He took Stroll wide, had a penalty, and just missed out on the point. So you have to mark him down. That's shocking bit of driving by Pierre Gasly. Honestly, 1-for-1, Yuki Tsunoda, 6. I mean, yeah, but unfortunately retired due to contacts with Daniel Ricciardo. He was in the points, but yeah, I mean, that AlphaTauri, man, is just terrible this season. Vettel and Stroll, 5. I mean, standard 5, really. Aston Martin were nowhere in this weekend. Fauci Bottas, 9. I mean, this is one of his best weekends. P6 in qualifying and scored points in the race. Fantastic by Fauci. Guan Yu Zhou, 5. I mean, just a standard 5, really. Doesn't really set the world on fire, Guan Yu Zhou. But yeah, decent job nevertheless. Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher, 0. Haas recently, awful. Just, where is their pace, man? It is shocking. Alexander Albon, 8. Yes, I give Albon an 8. Qualifying was a disaster, finished P19, and then in the race finished P12. So good job by Alex Albon. Leclerc Latifi, 0, absolutely 0. I mean, last again, and then last in the race. I mean, you may as well just put it on rinse and repeat. Then words about Nicholas Latifi, honestly. Team ratings. Ferrari, 0, absolutely 0. That one hurts, but that was by far our worst weekend of the season. Just absolutely no pace whatsoever, and massive points lost to Mercedes in the constructors. Red Bull, 8, I mean, P1 and P3, the constructors champions will be happy about that. Mercedes, 8, huge points gained on Ferrari. McLaren, 7, massive points to them against Alpine. Alpine, 6, Alonso unlucky, good job by Ocon. AlphaTauri, 6, car awful. 1 for 1 should have been in the points, but got taken out. Gasly, shocking for forcing Stroll wide, and well-deserved penalty. Aston, 6, bang average, really, this weekend. Alpha, 6, I mean, Bottas good, but Guan Yu Zhou, not so good. Haas, 0, nowhere. Williams, 6. Yep, Albon, good. Latifi, usual rubbish. But that's the driver ratings done, team ratings done, and the Mexican Grand Prix. It was an awful Grand Prix. In my race review, I gave the race 4 out of 10, but I'm going to say 0 out of 10. As my good friend MUSC Racer said, just an awful Grand Prix, honestly. Comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. We now have a week's break, then we'll be off to Brazil. Then Abu Dhabi for the finale. So the last 2 races are going to be back-to-back. When it's a Brazil weekend, then the weekend after Brazil, it'd be Abu Dhabi. Oh no, not Abu Dhabi again, man. Oh my God. Bye-bye.